Welcome back to yet another weekly review. Happy New Year once again, and I hope you guys are doing great. So, this year I'll be doing more of weekly reviews especially on GBPUSD and Euro USD. So, here's a quick one on how I participated last week price action using CRT. All credits to my mentor, Romeo CPT. So, let's dive deep. So last week on GBPSD, I was looking for lower prices. Why? Because on the overall time frame, price is bullish on the overall time frame. However, we came to premium levels of this range high, range low, and we took out this old higher, old swing higher. The swing high is basically three candle formation that has a higher low to the left and a lower high to the left and a lower high to the right. So this swing high price took it out in premium. So ever since then, GBPUSD has been consolidating, bouncing between this high and this low. So January price came to this key level, which is the um rejection block on the monthly time frame. Price came to that rejection block um, once. Then inside January, price came back and took out December high. So if we go to the weekly chart, you see clearly that on the weekly time frame we had a sweep above this previous week high, which was also Q2, like second quarter of last year high, took the high, broke and closed below this low, indicating what bearish price action. So price came back to premium and tapped this rejection block of the weekly time frame and dropped and closed below this low with this candle, this down close candle, indicating lower prices. And also up here we had SMC with Euro USD. So if I pull that out and show you guys Euro USD, take the GBPUSD out. So you can see on Euro USD price took out the old high, but on GBPUSD we had a failure swing. So with that, and now this is an OTE of this break and close below this low. So this retracement move was OTE for this swing high, swing low. So for putting the OTE, you see price came all the way to the OTE and had a sweep above last month's high, which is December high. So week 2, and that happened in week 2. So week 2 swept above December high and closed back inside of the range. So that was my second confirmation after price reacting to the OT and the weekly rejection block. So going on to last week price action, so I marked out this weekly rejection block here as my weekly key level to engage price back to the weekly range low. You can see it took the range high after we had this inside bar CRT pattern. It took the range high, closed back aggressively inside of the range, and we were almost close to the lows of the weekly range. However, in situations like this, sometimes price doesn't just come to the target. That was what Romeo said on his last video, that the market makers like to play around the overall target, like they play around there a little bit sometimes, even retrace back to premium of this range low, range high, range low to give an OT entry and price delivered to the target. So going into last week price action on the daily chart, which was also CPI week. And if you can see very well, let me take this fib out. So what we had was, and you can see the vertical lines. The vertical lines indicates the previous month's opening price and the opening time and the closing time. So, and also represents the opening time of January. So you can see here that January took out December high on Tuesday, making it high of the week for the first week of January. So the second week of January, price came back for an OT entry again on the daily time frame. So high, this high that swept liquidity back to the low. You can see price came close to the OT and gave a rejection above the previous day highs of Monday, because Tuesday was CPI and into the key level, which is this fair value high. So when price came into there on Tuesday, that was when I looked for my entry. That was when I looked for my entry above previous days high during because the news was anchored to the 5 a.m. for our candle. So this was the 5 a.m. for our candle on Tuesday, and this vertical line you're seeing here is the opening time of the new week, which was last week, and this vertical line you're seeing here is the closing time of last week and also the opening time of this new week we are entering. So with that said, after the sweep above this Monday highs, which is also a Monday range high, Monday CRT range high, and the close back inside of the range high swept, close back inside of the range. So immediately 9 a.m. open, I executed my position and my stops was just right above this previous high that was liquidated into the key level. So with that said, that was pretty much my last week and how I engaged the price action of last week. And you can also see there were multiple entries and all of them were 159 CRT, and this one was still 159 CRT, and the last play on Friday is also 159 CRT. So that was a quick weekly review and how I participated in it, and the overall target is coming to these lows. So thank you for watching till end of this weekly review, and good luck and good trading. Please like, subscribe, and share for more videos like this, for more insightful videos like this. Like I said, you can reach out to me on X. You can reach out to me on Telegram for a 1v1 section. All right, I love you guys. Bye.